Hey, it's Jeff. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be going through 1,000 puzzles on chess.com for 100 through 199 rating level. And the idea for this is, well, there's a lot of reasons. One, when trying to get really good at Puzzle Rush, one of the biggest issues is there are a lot of underrated puzzles. So by doing lots of puzzles at lower levels, I hope to gain some advantage over the competition by really finding every single underrated puzzle and then separating those out so I could practice those separately. Also, if you're familiar with rapid chess improvement or like the woodpecker method, it's a similar type of learning style where you solve tactics so often that you're getting the same puzzles repeatedly, and I'm definitely at that point with the 100 level. So like most of the puzzles that I get, I've seen before. Um, and since I'm at that point where I've done so many 100 level puzzles recently, like I feel like I could make a video just doing 1,000 of them, and then later in the future, I could also just use this as training for myself, where I just passively watch through and try to solve them without having to worry about my hand dying, because trying to do 1,000 puzzles is gonna be it's pretty taxing if you try to do it like all the time. So enough of the intro. We're just gonna get started, and I'm gonna try to commentate it. It's not gonna be like that instructional, but it could be if you're just trying to follow along or pause a video before each puzzle. Then you get a whole lot of like free tactics practice. So let's see. We just take a rook and recapture. A lot of these are just gonna be back rank mates, like that one. Another. Well, those aren't back rank mates, but free bishop. Take the knight. I mean, take the rook. Okay, that was back rank mate. This one's back rank. Kind of, we got the bishop guarding. This was definitely back rank mate. So you see it's just like, and then there's like that diagonal type mate that also is kind of common. So it's like either back rank mate, diagonal mate, or just taking some free piece probably. It's like almost every puzzle at this rating range, with some underrated puzzles like in between. And I don't know if I want to talk about anything else or just talk about the puzzles. That one I kind of saw just because I was about to try to take that pawn with the queen, but then the way a chess.com works is when you pick up a piece, it shows all the moves you can make, and I saw like the bear queen in the corner of my eye. I was like, oh yeah, that's a free queen. So questionable whether I would have gotten that quite as fast if they didn't have that. Oops. I missed this pawn. I thought they were going to bring the other rook back, so I kind of like mouse slipped there. It's kind of in between a mouse slip and an actual mistake for that one. That one just assumed they can't do anything to promote more back rank mates. We're at 40. Take the knight, another back rank mate. This is queen bishop battery. Whenever like the queen and bishop are aligned like that, just looking for f7 if it's undefended. Another one of those diagonal mates. That one's just a pin and win a knight. Just promote, take. I don't know what happens after they take our bishop. I'm not really calculating that far ahead, but you just assume that some move is going to be the answer because it's a low rated tactic, you know. So that's another one of those queen bishop batteries. So I guess yeah, that was the other one. So it's like these back rank mates, the diagonal ones, also the just blind pawn races where there's nothing else to do but push the pawns. Okay, there's free queen, back rank mate. They could have also brought the queen to some other square, so it wasn't one that you could completely free move. Another queen bishop battery, take the rook, take the bishop, it's checkmate. I hope I'm recording because it would suck if I had to redo this again. Okay, we just take. I'm actually gonna look. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're recording. This one, almost Arabian mate. I don't know where you draw the line. I know if the king is actually in the corner, I would definitely call that Arabian mate, but that one I'm just really not sure. Another one of those diagonal checkmates. No one really ever falls for like the fool's mate or anything. I mean, I guess some people do at some point, but like scholar's mate is really where you make your easy rating gains, like early on. And I guess that's what the queen bishop battery ones are all about. That's like the scholar's mate. So this one was like the fool's mate. Whereas like it's like a 2-move checkmate if like the worst way you could fall to. And that's one of those ones I'm not. And another one that's like I was trying to move the queen. Another one where it's like an Arabian mate. Okay, another back rank stuff. Back rank again. Okay, just checkmate, back rank, another back rank. And so what I've found is if I just do like a random 100 puzzles, like half of them are repeat, or actually like I don't know what is, but I'm definitely getting like mostly repeats at this point whenever I'm doing a ton of puzzles. But if I do like this, like I don't think there are too many repeats. If I just do like, I don't even know what color I am here. Okay, the hardest part about that puzzle was I wasn't sure if it was white or black to move. I mean, I know it says it up there, but I'm not really looking at that. Like you try to just look at the board and figure out what to move. It's too slow if you have to look up here to see what color you are every time. Most of the time you can figure it out easily, but even if you watch like Naka do Puzzle Rush, there are some like in-game ones where he's actually unsure which way the pawns are moving. So it happens to everyone. Okay, just more back rank mates and free pieces and queen bishop batteries, as we said. This one, that was kind of a advanced one for 100. I accidentally hit the analysis board button. So close that tab, and here we go. We're at 141, still a ways to go. Also, I've noticed, because I actually did like 400 puzzles earlier, just kind of randomly thinking about this video format and if I wasn't even going to do it today. And what will happen is somewhere around like 300 puzzles, I'm going to have to make the board or the screen zoom out a little bit so I can still get to that green arrow. Because I could just like restart, like do 500 and then restart, do another 500. But if I can get all 1000 like to show up here, even though towards the end it starts to slow down, I think it would be worth it for the video. But I don't know, we'll see. I don't even know how likely we'll be able to get like 1000 like that. Okay, another one we just pushed a pawn. They can't really do anything. More back rank mates. That one's a nice pattern to make, to know. Also, there's like some other tactics videos, ideas I still have to make, like individual pattern analysis, like how to recognize some of these patterns. Maybe not as important for these 100 levels, but definitely for like the other ones. I've been definitely collecting a lot of patterns. I'm trying to take the thing, not the other one. Getting kind of tired, but just more back rank mates, so it doesn't really matter. I might regret setting a standard of 1000 puzzles when I'm doing like higher rated ones. The goal is to just do them in like 4 seconds per puzzle at worst. So it'll take like a little over an hour for some of the harder levels. But also it will require being good enough at the puzzles to where I'm not making too many mistakes. Because I only want to do one of these videos after I've done so many puzzles that I can kind of just breeze through them and just talk about them like this. So just more back rank mates. And then forks. Okay, free bishop. Free bishop again. There's a checkmate, I think. And back rank mate. Just push the pawn, if nothing else to do. The king can't really stop anything. Just another checkmate. Just see that the knight is guarding those other squares. Another checkmate. Checkmate. Okay, just free knight. Another back rank mate. Queen bishop battery again. Another one of those checkmates. One of those. Just push, make a queen. We're in check. I'm guessing we're going there. That was kind of hard. Okay, just a fork. Wait, what is this? Oh, I was going for some like Greco's mate or something. I need to relearn the names. I forget which one is Greco's mate, because I might actually have a completely wrong idea of which one that is. But there is one that's kind of similar, but we'll get to it when we get to it. So just more back rank. Well, I don't know if that was a back rank mate. That one was. And this one is. The other one with like the bishop helping. It might be slightly different. I tried to pick up their rook to checkmate their king. Sometimes I pick up their rook to checkmate my king, which is kind of funny too. Oops, I was trying to go to the back rank so I could also take the knight after. Okay, 2 pawn and the king checkmate. Nice, I've been collecting those. Okay, another back rank mate, and I hit the analysis board again. So I gotta close that, and I closed it, and now, okay, we got a free bishop. I was gonna take the rook first, but didn't seem to work out. Just take and push the pawn. We're at 245. Just take and retake. Queen bishop stuff. Back rank stuff. More back rank stuff. Even more back rank stuff. We're just gonna guess the next 5 puzzles are gonna be back rank checkmates. Oh, we're already wrong. Oops. Sorry about that. Bad prediction. Okay, we got some checks and mates. more back rank stuff. I once calculated, no, not calculated, but counted how many checks you get in a row for like all the solutions before it's just like a random capture. I got to like 31 at one point. Oops, I was trying to go here. Oh wow, okay, I actually got that one wrong. Yeah, that was bad by me. I'm like having trouble clicking next already, starting to get slow, or like the board is resizing a bit. Okay, just more back rank mate stuff. Queen Bishop Battery. It's a check. I don't know if it's checkmate, but you don't have to worry about it at this level. You just look for the checks and make sure that they're kind of okay, or that there's nothing else that's super obvious in the position. That's really all you gotta do. And that's the other point about this. It's like I'm just training my intuition. I'm trying to move instantly. I don't care about if I'm calculating the puzzle all the way. And the idea is it's supposed to be a representation of ideas I see instantly. And then whenever I am in a position where I need to calculate, I would have all these ideas readily available, and then I just have to calculate to see which one works out. Because a lot of people, if they stick to only calculation, what'll happen is they tend to be worse at seeing like ideas. So they'll spend so many minutes calculating, but completely miss some obvious move. So there's like pros and cons to different ways of training tactics, and everyone's gonna have like their own opinion. Okay, we already gotta resize this a bit. They're gonna have their own opinion over which way is best. And you can see, like, if you're doing blitz and bullet chess, maybe stuff like this is a little bit more useful. And then if you're playing like more classical chess, then definitely having time to calculate makes a big difference as well. I would argue most people under 1500, maybe even 2000, they do better being able to recognize some of the tactical patterns. Although where I'm at now, if I'm playing like normal blitz, I'm doing pretty badly, even though I am doing pretty good at Puzzle Rush. I recently got 43, which is my high score. These are all just been back rank mates and the stuff we've seen a million times, so it's not like anything new to really talk about. So this is just turned into a mini podcast until I finish my thought, which I already forgot, so I'll just more checks. Something about the difference between, or blitz and the difference between calculation and intuition training. But oh, it's that I'm not doing as good in blitz. I think this kind of stuff really helps if you are lower rated though, because when I watch them do puzzle battle, they're like really slow on some of the basic patterns, and these are also like the quick puzzles where you just like win a queen or win a quick checkmate. So definitely, I don't know. Also, okay, I need to make this even smaller. And even if you look at like Gemis, who is the best outside of Ray at Puzzle Rush, just learning all the puzzles doesn't really help too much. Well, it's because the higher rated puzzles are more suited for calculation anyway, so just memorizing those only have the benefit of being good at Puzzle Rush. Well, most of the benefit. I think there is some benefit to memorizing some of the weird puzzles, even if you don't really get them in your games. But that would be a discussion for a different video, probably. Or my stream, if I start streaming again and taking questions, you know. Okay, wait. So I don't know, once we get to 500, I feel like I'm going to have to make this even smaller. It might be difficult to get to 1,000 now that I think about it. Okay, just more back rank mates though. What is this? I kind of want to go here. Yeah, that one was scary. I could have got that one wrong. More of those checkmates, more back rank checkmates. Even more back rank checkmates. Okay, we'll just take that. Okay, take that. Free rook. Queen Bishop Battery again. Oops. Supposed to go up here, just checkmate. Another back rank mate. It's like an Anastasia's mate, but I definitely call it Anastasia's mate if it was like the other geometry, but I mean, I feel like it has to be Anastasia. Oh my god, it was just a checkmate. What am I doing? Okay, my hand's also getting tired. What happens if they promote the pawn? I don't know. This level doesn't really test you on a lot of stuff, as you can see. So it's useful being able to just blitz them out, though. Okay, more queen bishop batteries, more back rank mates. Okay, this is, I need to make this even smaller. Which just makes it harder to end up hitting the button, which is kind of annoying. Also, like the mouse is slower when I'm moving around too, I think. Okay, this is actually going to be pretty annoying if I'm trying to get to 1,000 with the button just increasingly getting smaller. Okay, so let's see. This is a check and a checkmate, back rank. Just promote, just push a pawn. We have a bishop, so they can't escape to h whatever it is. I guess h2. I don't even remember if it was black or white to move, and I'm bad at coordinates, so it's hard for me to tell anyway. Another queen bishop battery, another what's the king gonna do, so just push the pawn puzzle. Okay, just take. We have a c pawn. It's cool. We got some pawns that are gonna promote. Back rank mates, just a checkmate. Another back rank mate. Another one with the queen, not a rook this time. Okay, we got the bishop helping out. Already I feel like I have to make this thing smaller again. This is insane. Okay, next. Actually, you know what? 500 might have to be the thing, or I just do like two things of 500. I don't really know. Because you can see, trying to get 1,000 on here would be kind of annoying. But luckily, if you are struggling at the 100 level, hopefully this just shows you. You just gotta find the back rank mates and the pawn pushes and the queen bishop batteries, and you're good to go. Shouldn't be stuck. And we had a bishop, so that's why that works. Okay, we have a bishop, also a queen, also helps. This one is cool because the knight's guarding f2, so it ends up being checkmate. Not everyone who gets this puzzle will realize that, because the 100 level. But also, I don't know how many 100 level puzzle solvers would be watching this anyway. Okay, let's see. We got a free rook. Don't know if it's checkmate. Didn't look, didn't care. We got a check, more checkmates. We'll take, if they take the thing, we're doing something, I don't know what. We have a bishop, so queen bishop battery. You gotta be careful. If they went up there, I would have had to move the king up. So that one actually not good to blitz out entirely. Okay. Some more checkmates. Back rank mates to be exact. That's a nice checkmate. More back rank mate. Okay, luckily that promotion was with check, because they were close to promoting with check as well. Okay, we're just gonna promote, nothing else to think about. We just got a checkmate. We are almost at 500, so let's see. Am I just gonna end it at 500? Let me just take a quick pause and think about life. Okay, it's 18 minutes. Okay, we're gonna do, I'll make a new tab, because I kind of want to look at those puzzles later, possibly. And we are going to go for another 500. And actually, what I can do now is make this back to 100%, make this a little smaller, and then do that. So now actually some of these puzzles are going to be like repeats from the first one, but not too many, I'd hope. But it's like, it's hard to tell sometimes. Okay, some more back rank mates, and a free bishop. That one I paused on. Another back rank mate, queen, bishop, battery, back rank mate, free knight, free queen, free back rank mate. I didn't see the bishop moving back. It's usually good to see what they can block with, so you can preemptively pick up the piece and be prepared for it. That's kind of how you get like really fast at these. And most of the time I can kind of figure it out, but sometimes it surprises me. And also, okay, I thought I was white in that puzzle. Where queen bishop batteries, I thought I was about to pick up the black rook, then I realized they just moved a black piece, so that can't be right. We would take and then take the rook, take the stuff. Okay, we can take that with that. I was heavily considering just moving the king out the way, but you see a good move, look for a better one. It's usually the motto to go by. Another back rank mate, that pawn is really helping out. Okay, just promote another one of those. Just promote the pawn, because what else can you do? Just check and mate. Another back rank. One of those similar to that knight guarding f2 puzzles where the pawn is guarding some stuff. We got a fork, winning the rook after. That's a nice checkmate. Good pattern to know. Do we go up here? No, we just take that. I was thinking something else could take back the queen, but I was moving too fast, messed up. So there's been like, okay, I was about to say there's been like a couple actual mistakes, but now I'm starting to just make a lot more mistakes. Getting kind of tired, I'm guessing. I don't think I've ever just done 1,000 straight puzzles like this, let alone try to commentate while doing it. Just more back rank mates, queen bishop battery. Oh my god, there's a fork. I was going for like a back rank mate, or they never call it a side rank mate when it's something like that, but it kind of is actually a side rank mate. Okay, back rank mate though. I guess it also depends on what angle you're viewing the board. Could just be a spectator. Then all back rank mates are side rank mates. Anybody ever thought of that one? Okay, I'm losing it. I'm just taking pieces. That's another thing about the kind of training that I do for this intuition stuff. Is that I drill the puzzles so much that even if I'm dead tired or anything like that, I should be able to solve a lot of these just instantly still. So that's like another part of it, is that it makes my floor even better, I believe. Because there are just some patterns that are super drilled into the subconscious. So I do like that about the way I train. I mean, to be fair, I also just don't like calculation, because it's hard work. It takes time. You can see a lot more patterns just by spending less time and seeing more patterns, obviously. What is this, though? Oh, okay, we're just going to promote one of those pawns somehow. They're going to take one, and you have to make sure that the king can protect the other one. Okay, more back rank mates. I have to remember to stop at 500 for this. Okay, let's see. And I guess the way to tell if I'm on the second 500 versus the first 500 will just be if I have that extra tab. So having that extra tab makes sense in more ways than I initially, that was loud, initially anticipated. Oh my god, I'm trying to pick up pawns instead of knights. Okay, back rank mate again. It's fine. It's easy to commentate because when you forget what to say, you just say, "Oh, another back rank mate," like this. Okay, they didn't finish it. They move and then we give another check. There's another back rank mate. Oh, this one I actually get wrong sometimes. It's actually this, but sometimes I take the knight with the bishop because there's a lot of puzzles where they're attacking your queen and you have to attack their queen and you end up with more material in the end. But that's actually one where if you take the knight with the bishop and attack their queen, it doesn't really work out. So I was trying to go for the back rank mate. Oh my god, you see, I was trying to. So my mouse is starting to fail me a little bit, or I'm starting to fail myself. Okay, just take the bishop, take the back rank mate. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Yesterday I got 43 for the first time on the 3-minute puzzle rush. And it's also kind of funny because like my best on 5-minute is like 41 still. And then sometimes I even try to beat the 5-minute just so it doesn't like look like suspicious, like I'm just way better at the 3-minute. and barely anything on the 5 minute, but I just haven't done as many attempts on the 5 minute. And it's like, it's surprisingly difficult to beat my score on 5 minute just because I would just make mistakes on the same puzzles I make mistakes on anyway, just because they're difficult. So like the extra bit of time, it doesn't make it immediately that I would just beat my score. So I'd actually have to put in some extra effort. Whereas I just do a ton of 3 minute runs, so it's not out of the ordinary that at some point I'll get a really lucky run. But I don't have the patience for it in the 5 minute stuff. One day I will though. Okay, we're at 200. More queen. This almost looks like the same puzzle. Those two queen bishop batteries. There's probably some difference between them. And usually when stuff like that happens, I find that it's almost the exact same puzzle, but there's like one thing that's different, but it came from the same game. Sometimes it's like the puzzle ID, like the same puzzle ID, but 2 added to it, which also indicates those are puzzles taken from like a similar source and just modified slightly to create an extra puzzle. Okay, another queen bishop battery. But yeah, I've seen stuff like that. There's one really weird one where it's like this bishop check. I don't know if we'll get it, but it was this bishop check, and it's a double check, but the king is on f1. It's like, how is the king on f1 and all the minor pieces are still on the board? It makes no sense. That was like clearly a puzzle that didn't come from an actual game, but it looked like, if you didn't realize that, it looks like it came from a normal game. Some of them you just obviously know it was a composition. Okay, more back rank mates. And okay, just take the queen. Hand's actually tired, which is kind of alarming because not only will the other puzzles take me longer when I increase the rating range, but there are also more moves. So these are like 1 to 3 move puzzles for the most part, and I accidentally hit the analysis board again. But some of the puzzles at higher rating range are like regularly 4+ moves, or like some of them are 10+ moves. Not on average though, but it will put an extra strain on things. Okay, also we're getting around 300, so it's going to be time to start resizing the board again. Back rank stuff, another one. Queen bishop battery. The bishop was just there chilling for some reason. Okay, I'm guessing the knight's undefended, so I was just pre-moving. Well, you can't really pre-move, but you can kind of like hover over what you're trying to do to minimize the delay. I thought they were gonna take, and I was trying to prepare to take back with the king, another queen bishop battery. Oh yeah, actually this is gonna be really difficult with higher rated puzzles. Okay, just more back rank stuff though. Okay, a knight and a queen coordination. It's weird, there weren't that many of those at this level. Maybe they're all in the 200s. But yeah, another part of, well, I kind of talked about this earlier, but part of why I can do a lot of these so fluidly now is that I'm familiar with all of the underrated puzzles. I actually haven't gotten a lot of those in this session, oddly enough. So a lot of these, I think, like any decent player would also be able to do these just as fast. Okay, we're at 300. I was trying to get that check clearly. 200 more. And we have to be with this annoying resized board, harder to hit the green arrow. There is that option on chess.com where you can have it automatically go to the next puzzle, but it's much slower. Like, I'm much faster at switching to the next puzzle, even on the times where I mess up and hit the analysis board. So I wish it was a little faster, but you can't do anything about it. So I actually have to keep looking to the bottom right after every puzzle, and then that was kind of similar to what I just did. Another back rank mate. Okay, we just take the free rook, another queen, bishop battery. But yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Queen, bishop battery. We have a bishop, so it's guarding h7. So that ends up being checkmate. Oops. Need to go. Actually, just take the thing. There's no back rank mate there. I was trained to do back rank mates for everything, and it failed me. Also, just gonna blame all the minor mistakes on fatigue at this point. Oops. Okay. Oh my god. I clicked away from the thing that had all the puzzles I was doing. So I just have this 500, and I don't remember what number I was on. But I think that's a sign to not try to do 1,000 puzzles. And we'll just keep it at 500. But we'll let this stay in the video though. And it's like 30 minutes, okay. So that's kind of part of my training. I'm done with the 100 level puzzles for now. Actually, I don't even care to look at these puzzles later either. So this was 100 through 199. I'm probably gonna start drilling 200 to 299 to see like some of the underrated puzzles and how often I'm getting repeats. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.